And let's begin with breaking news that's coming in. Before we focus on Andhra Pradesh, there's a big news break coming in as Kangana Ranaut, the newly minted Member of Parliament, claims she was slapped at the Chandigarh airport. Now, according to Kangana Ranaut, a CISF female constable assaulted her, slapped her. Chaos that's broken out at the Chandigarh airport. Kangana was headed to the national capital when this alleged incident took place. Now, we're getting images also which we're playing out on our screens where you can see Kangana being protected by her team being ushered away. An inquiry committee has now been set up to probe this incident and the alleged slapping that took place. A CISF woman constable has been reportedly involved in this fracas, and she allegedly slapped Kangana Ranaut at the Chandigarh airport. We're still picking up details on exactly what happened, but as far as the CISF goes, they've gone ahead and lodged an official inquiry into the matter. So hopefully in the hours to come, we'll get details of exactly what happened. But you can see clearly Kangana Ranaut there, irate, walking past, talking to security, they're talking to the CISF, demanding answers. These are images that we're getting to you from inside the Chandigarh airport. Kamaljit Sandhu is joining us live with more details on this. Kamaljit, what exactly have you been able to pick up? Kangana Ranaut claims she was slapped. What is the CISF's version?
Yeah, after winning Mandi constituency, she seems to be on a high as far as performance is concerned because she obviously got a huge majority. She's expected to be part of the NDA meet tomorrow. She was headed towards the parliament. She made it very amply clear on her social media. But what she didn't know was what was expected and awaiting her at Chandigarh airport because after going through the security check, there's frisking done, which is one-on-one, which is a very closed area and it's kept very private. And that is where it seems that Constable Kulvinder Kaur of the CISF, because remember all airports, CISF is the one which gives security cover. She seems to have slapped her basically on her remarks regarding the farmers. And an angry and irate Kangana Ranaut obviously went out of that room, and then her team came back, and obviously there seems to be an altercation which happened. We've been seeing CISF trying to calm tempers down, but it does seem that the lady constable was at fault. Now she was detained and brought to the commanding officer's room where she's being currently interrogated. Punjab police top officials have also reached.
Just going to come back to you. I want to bring in also Aman Bharadwaj of this broadcast, who's joining us live from the Chandigarh airport where allegedly this scuffle broke out. Aman, can you get us details of exactly what happened? What led to this kind of a face-off between the female constable and Kangana?
See, it's been informed that her remarks in previous time to the farmers or to the Punjabis has taken her to the controversy which happened here in Chandigarh airport before 3 p.m. when she was going for her flight. This is the right VIP entry from where several VVIP used to take departure for certain places, and Kangana, when entered here, CISF's the constable Kulvinder Kaur slapped her after an argument, and right now we are joined by Himachal's ex-CM Jairam Thakur. Sir, what exactly happened? क्या हुआ था सर? आपको कुछ पता लगा? आप किस तरीके की मांग कर रहे हैं?
मुझे भी चैनल से ही मालूम पड़ा, सूचना मिली कि इस तरह से घटना हुई। मैंने कोशिश की, हमने यहाँ पर इन्फॉर्मेशन लेने की एयरपोर्ट, हम रास्ते में आ रहे थे यहाँ चंडीगढ़ एयरपोर्ट के लिए क्योंकि दिल्ली जाना है, तो जानकारी यही मिली कि इस तरह की घटना हुई। जब सिक्योरिटी चेक हो रहा था तो उस वक्त कुछ लेडी कांस्टेबल ने उनके ऊपर थप्पड़ मारा है, हाथ उठाया है, ऐसा कहा है।
आप कार्रवाई की मांग कर रहे हैं सर?
तो डेफिनेटली एक चुने हुए प्रतिनिधि के खिलाफ, और वो भी एयरपोर्ट में इतनी सुरक्षा में इस तरह की घटना होना तो वेरी।
ये बताया जा रहा है कि किसानों पर जो बयान कंगना रनौत ने दिए हैं उस कारण से कहीं ना कहीं कुलविंदर कौर ने थप्पड़ मारा।
किसी भी तरह कोई भी वजह कुछ भी हो, लेकिन गलत है तो गलत है।
दिल्ली से कोई प्रोग्राम है कंगना का?
नहीं, देखो कल हमारी मीटिंग है, सारे मेंबर पार्लियामेंट दिल्ली बुलाए हैं। हमारा सेंट्रल हॉल में मीटिंग है जिसमें प्राइम मिनिस्टर के नाते नरेंद्र मोदी जी का नाम प्रपोज होगा और सब लोग वहां पर, पार्टी के लीडर्स वहां पर होने वाले हैं।
सो वी हैव सुरेश कश्यप आल्सो हु इज एमपी फ्रॉम शिमला। सर, आप दूसरी बार एमपी हैं, कंगना के अब साथी बनने जा रहे हैं संसद में, क्या कहेंगे? जो इंसिडेंट ये खासकर हुआ है, एक बतौर सांसद क्या प्रोटोकॉल होता है ऐसे थप्पड़ मारना? क्या
बहुत मैं समझता हूँ अनफॉर्चुनेट है, और सांसद के साथ एक इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव के साथ इस प्रकार का जो घटना घटी है बहुत निंदनीय है। और मैं तो ये कहना चाहूंगा कि कड़ी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए कि किस वजह, और जांच भी होनी चाहिए कि किस वजह से ऐसा हुआ है। और जो एमपी फर्स्ट टाइम एमपी बनकर आज एयरपोर्ट पे आई और उनके साथ इस प्रकार का दुर्व्यवहार किया गया है, बहुत निंदनीय है।
ये सब जांच कर रही है, लेकिन किसानों पर दिए बयान कहते हैं कि वो कारण बनेगी।
देखिए, कारण जो भी रहा हो, और एक सिक्योरिटी पर्सनल जो ऑन ड्यूटी है इस प्रकार से व्यवहार करना, स्लैप करना, या जो भी इंसिडेंट हुआ है, ये बड़ा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। अगर कोई भी कारण रहा हो, लेकिन ये तो बनता नहीं कि किसी के ऊपर अब करें। निश्चित रूप से कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए।
क्या कार्यक्रम करने का था आपको आइडिया?
देखिए, कल संसदीय दल की बैठक है भारतीय जनता पार्टी की, और प्राइम मिनिस्टर के इलेक्शन को लेकर आगे प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो चुनाव होना है, उसके लिए कल बैठक रखी गई।
Okay, so Jairam Thakur, the former Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister with the BJP, has also condemned what's happened with Kangana Ranaut. That according to him, she was slapped by the female CISF constable. What we're hearing is that yes, she was slapped by this constable, after which someone from Kangana's team attempted to also slap back the constable involved here. So fracas, chaos that's played out at the Chandigarh airport. An official inquiry, as I told you earlier, has been lodged into this incident. We'll get you all the latest on this particular story. All right, let's switch over to developments coming in from Andhra Pradesh. Chandrababu Naidu, who's all set to be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, is going to be heading to Delhi later tonight. We're hearing that at about 11 p.m. he'll be touching down in the national capital. Tomorrow there's a crucial NDA meet where all details and nitty-gritties of the cabinet and who gets what will be discussed. Earlier today, Chandrababu Naidu held a meeting with TDP MPs where they discussed their strategy and the portfolios that they're looking to bag. And the TDP, with 16 seats, has the largest in the NDA after the BJP, and that's why is looking to have adequate representation in the cabinet as well. Now, while reports suggested to us that they're seeking in a wish list about 5 to 6 cabinet berths, we're hearing that they will settle for about 3 in all. Let's get you those details also, what we're picking up on Chandrababu Naidu's cabinet wish list. Now, we understand that Chandrababu Naidu has been putting a lot of pressure on the BJP as far as cabinet formation goes, making it clear that he wants top berths to be given to him. While the top 5 will be not something that Chandrababu Naidu is seeking, he is seeking MOS post. Reports suggested that he wanted the Speaker's post, but now in all likelihood will settle for the Deputy Speaker's post. And besides that, civil aviation and steel is what we're hearing could be given to Chandrababu Naidu. Now, as we get you all of these details, we can also tell you that Naidu at this point has been also pushing for several other key portfolios. I'm talking about rural development, urban development ministries, as well as several others. Road and transport, railways, health and education ministry. They've pushed for all of these. But what we're hearing from our sources is that the BJP has more or less made it clear that the Speaker's post will remain with them. Defence, finance, agriculture, external affairs, all of that will remain with the BJP. Let's get you some of the reactions.
We were asking about 6 portfolios, which are all crucial portfolios. But this is a request what we put forward. So there is a room for negotiation and discussion. Definitely we have asked for certain key portfolios with the larger interest of the state in mind, because the kind of mandate which has been... I'm not really sure, but yes, they did tell a few. We were asking about 6 portfolios, which are all crucial portfolios. But this is a request what we put forward. So there is a room for negotiation and discussion. Definitely we have asked for certain key portfolios with the larger interest of the state in mind, because the kind of mandate which has been... I'm not really sure, but yes, they did tell a few.
All right, so those are the details and reactions that we've gotten in so far on the story. Now, while initially there were question marks of whether Chandrababu Naidu will choose to stay with the NDA, That much has been clear. He's made it very clear that he's not moving away from the NDA. But having said that, he's pushing hard, and considering the political veteran that he is, he's going to be seeking the maximum cabinet berths that he can actually manage to bag. With 16 seats, the TDP will believe that they have a good chance of actually having some plump portfolios in the capital as well. Civil aviation is one ministry that could come the TDP's way. It's something that the TDP has held before as well. Ashok Gajapati Raju, remember, was from the TDP and held the portfolio of civil aviation previously. Poulomi Saha is joining us live with more details on this. Poulomi, does it look like there will be some sort of hurdles really for the BJP to cross as far as getting TDP on board and getting them to agree with what they're giving them is concerned? Because we're hearing that it will overall be 3 berths.
Well, as far as the BJP is concerned, it does want to take all of its allies on board and start on a good note as far as the new government is concerned. So it will, of course, look at the wish list, try to accommodate as best as possible. But key ministries and portfolios will, of course, stay with the Bharatiya Janata Party, which, of course, includes the top 4, that is finance, home, defence and external affairs. There are other key portfolios as well that, the BJP would like to keep with itself. But for instance, ministries that we're talking about at the moment, civil aviation in the past has been with the TDP when it was in government with the NDA. Ashok Gajapati Raju was then the civil aviation minister until the TDP quit the NDA Sarkar in 2018. So yes, the BJP will try to accommodate, but is not going to allow for any sort of arm twisting. At the end of the day, it still continues to be the biggest partner in this alliance. Yes, it has, of course, gotten the support and the commitment of all its alliance partners. They've all signed on the dotted line yesterday over the resolution which was passed by the NDA chiefs at the Prime Minister's residence. But yes, they will also try to continue, the alliance partners I'm speaking of, they'll try to continue and wiggle their way through in terms of eking out maximum from this coalition, because they do realize that they are in a spot where they are indispensable now to the Bharatiya Janata Party. So the TDP will, of course, seek some key portfolios, including, of course, finance, where it understands cabinet rank will be with the BJP. It wants MOS, of course, with a way to having an in with, getting more funds allocated for Andhra Pradesh.
So the next 24 hours will really be crucial. It will decide what the TDP gets, what the JDU gets, and what the BJP manages to retain. Chandrababu Naidu will be leaving from where I am in Amravati with a mission to go ahead and bag as much as he can for his party, for the Telugu Desam Party, knowing full well the importance of bagging some of these key portfolios and key plum posts in Delhi to get what he wants here in Andhra Pradesh. Thanks very much, Poulomi, for joining us with all those details. And joining us here on India Today now is Mr. Kapil Komireddy, international journalist, columnist, commentator and author of Malevolent Republic, A Short History of the New India. Mr. Komireddy, I appreciate you taking the time out and joining us. You've regularly written about Chandrababu Naidu, sir. You've seen him work in close quarters. Today, with how things are playing out, how do you really see Chandrababu Naidu maneuvering through these negotiations for plump cabinet berths?
Sorry, just 2 clarifications there. Neither of those statements are accurate. I haven't observed him from close quarters for a long time, nor have I written about him extensively. In fact, the piece that I wrote in the print yesterday is perhaps the first thing I've ever written about him. I met him once, but I've grown up under him, as it were, even though I didn't grow up here. He was the chief minister of the state when I was very young, and I know him through friends and through family, and I think he is a rather ruthless politician. He is when it comes to coalition politics, I think he has no match in India. He is exceptionally good at negotiating and getting what he wants from Delhi. And I think now that he's got the numbers, and now that the Prime Minister is in a particularly difficult position, unexpectedly, I think Mr. Naidu smells blood, and he will try and extract all that he can from the Prime Minister.
A lot of questions were asked as soon as this verdict came in, and it was clear that TDP is a very crucial player of what's going to happen in Delhi on whether Chandrababu Naidu would actually change sides, seeing as what happened in 2018. Right now, he's made it clear he remains with the NDA. But do you see that changing over the next 5 years? Do you think there's any circumstance that could make Naidu do a rethink on staying with the NDA?
Anything is possible in politics, right? We were, until 3 days ago, we thought that this was the new India, that there was the Modi government. Both of those things are history. Anything is possible in politics. Having said that, I think Chandrababu Naidu, at the moment, will be reluctant to switch sides. I think having worked with the Prime Minister before, having been duped by him, he knows the Prime Minister well. He knows how to handle him. And this time he's got antibodies. He can't be affected by the Prime Minister's machinations on this occasion. I think he will be an equal match for the Prime Minister. And he is going to get from this particular dispensation all that he wants. And the moment that it ceases to give him what he wants, I think that is when he will start thinking about leaving it.
One of the big questions and the issue here, while I've been in Vijayawada for the last few days, has been the issue of Andhra's special status. Do you think that's something that will become a reality, that perhaps Naidu could also mention right now in the get-go, saying that this has to become a reality because, he will need the central government's help on this?
I think that's the condition of his support for the Prime Minister. He wants that, and I think he's going to get it. I think the Prime Minister, effectively, that was the issue on which they broke in 2018. He wanted special status for his state, which would be in accordance with the act by which this Andhra Pradesh was truncated, was divided, and the Prime Minister chose not to give it to him, rather foolishly, rather arrogantly. I think this time, I don't see how the Prime Minister denies him that, unless this goes to the courts, unless there is a legal technicality that delays it. I think the Prime Minister will have to give him that. And that is, I believe, the condition of Mr. Naidu's support for the Prime Minister. If the Prime Minister doesn't give him that, then their alliance is over.
Okay, so you think that is the one term and condition that the BJP will have to stick to, or it could break the alliance. My final question to you, Mr. Komireddy, is that months ago when Chandrababu Naidu was jailed, many believed that it was the turning point for the TDP and it gave them essentially a chance here in Andhra Pradesh that's translated to this huge mandate in their favour right now. Do you think that there's a possibility of Chandrababu Naidu now going after Jagan Mohan Reddy, kind of reopening corruption cases against Jagan Mohan Reddy?
That's a very important question. Before I answer that, I just want to clarify one thing from the previous question. You asked me if the special status for his state was the one thing he would want from the Prime Minister. I think it's one of the many things he would want from the Prime Minister. He would want many plum positions within the cabinet. He will want other concessions, and I think he will get those. And if he's denied any of those, I think he will threaten the Prime Minister that he's going to leave. That is how he dealt with Vajpayee in the past. Now, coming to this particular question, I think there was an overreach on the part of the now outgoing Chief Minister. Not only did he send Mr. Naidu to jail, he was very abusive, used rather uncouth language against Mr. Naidu. I think he will not be in a very forgiving mood, but this is a cycle that's got to end. I think Jagan Mohan Reddy was so vicious against Mr. Naidu because he felt that he had a revenge to exact. And I think at the moment, if Mr. Naidu chooses to do the same, then eventually, at some point, Jagan Reddy will come back to power. And it would be very wise of him, very statesmanly of him, very prudent of him to bring this circle to a close. And he's often claimed to be a champion of democracy. All politicians in India are flawed. All politicians everywhere are flawed. But he is in a position right now to bring this circle to a close, to govern maturely, to create a model of democracy for the rest of the country, and I sincerely hope he'll do that. But I know that Jagan Mohan Reddy is in a lot of trouble, and everyone who believes in Indian democracy should keep an eye on this. And we ought to make sure that the rule of law is upheld in that state. That the quest for vendetta doesn't cloud the law of the state of the country, and that is very, very important.
Very true. Thank you so much, Mr. Komireddy, for joining us with your insights, with your perspective on what's playing out right now in Andhra Pradesh and Mr. Naidu's role in really the national picture as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for taking the time out and joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, we're switching back to our focus on the incident that took place at the Chandigarh airport where Kangana Ranaut was allegedly slapped. She's put out her first video statement on social media. Let's play it out for you. Kangana Ranaut says she was hit by a woman constable questioning law and order in Punjab.
सबसे पहले तो आई एम सेफ, आई एम परफेक्टली फाइन। आज चंडीगढ़ एयरपोर्ट पे जो हादसा हुआ वो सिक्योरिटी चेक के साथ में हुआ। वहां पे मैं सिक्योरिटी चेक करके जैसे ही निकली तो दूसरे कैबिन में जो महिला थी, जो सुरक्षा कर्मचारी थी CISF की, उन्होंने उनके पास या उनको क्रॉस करने का इंतजार किया और साइड से आकर जो है मुझे मेरे फेस पे हिट किया और गालियां देने लगी। और जब मैंने उनको पूछा कि उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों किया तो उन्होंने कहा कि वो फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट को जो है वो सपोर्ट करती हैं। और आई एम सेफ बट माई कंसर्न इज कि जो आतंकवाद और उग्रवाद पंजाब में बढ़ रहा है, हाउ डू वी हैंडल दैट? थैंक यू। नमस्ते दोस्तों, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ोन कॉल्स आ रहे हैं, मीडिया के भी और मेरे शुभचिंतकों के भी। सबसे पहले तो आई एम सेफ, आई एम परफेक्टली फाइन। आज चंडीगढ़ एयरपोर्ट पे जो हादसा हुआ वो सिक्योरिटी चेक के साथ में हुआ। वहां पे मैं सिक्योरिटी चेक करके जैसे ही निकली तो दूसरे कैबिन में जो महिला थी, जो सुरक्षा कर्मचारी थी CISF की, उन्होंने उनके पास या उनको क्रॉस करने का इंतजार किया और साइड से आकर जो है मुझे मेरे फेस पे हिट किया और गालियां देने लगी। और जब मैंने उनको पूछा कि उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों किया तो उन्होंने कहा कि वो फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट को जो है वो सपोर्ट करती हैं। और आई एम सेफ बट माई कंसर्न इज कि जो आतंकवाद और उग्रवाद पंजाब में बढ़ रहा है, हाउ डू वी हैंडल दैट? थैंक यू।
All right, so that's the statement made right now by Kangana Ranaut. Her first video statement, she says, I'm safe. She says that the reason she was hit, when she asked the female constable why she slapped her, Kangana Ranaut was in fact slapped. She says she spoke to the female constable right after that. The constable said it was because of her comment on the farmer protest. We're going to get you the first comment from the CISF constable here who allegedly assaulted Kangana as well, where she defends herself and is lashed out at Kangana Ranaut. Kangana also questioning Punjab, saying that she's worried about the law and order situation, about the rise in terror in Punjab right now, seeing what's happened. But she maintains that she's safe and says she was slapped because of what she'd said on the farmer protests. Let's play out once again for you what the actor and MP said.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ोन कॉल्स आ रहे हैं, मीडिया के भी और मेरे शुभचिंतकों के भी। सबसे पहले तो आई एम सेफ, आई एम परफेक्टली फाइन। आज चंडीगढ़ एयरपोर्ट पे जो हादसा हुआ वो सिक्योरिटी चेक के साथ में हुआ। वहां पे मैं सिक्योरिटी चेक करके जैसे ही निकली तो दूसरे कैबिन में जो महिला थी, जो सुरक्षा कर्मचारी थी CISF की, उन्होंने उनके पास या उनको क्रॉस करने का इंतजार किया और साइड से आकर जो है मुझे मेरे फेस पे हिट किया और गालियां देने लगी। और जब मैंने उनको पूछा कि उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों किया तो उन्होंने कहा कि वो फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट को जो है वो सपोर्ट करती हैं। और आई एम सेफ बट माई कंसर्न इज कि जो आतंकवाद और उग्रवाद पंजाब में बढ़ रहा है, हाउ डू वी हैंडल दैट? थैंक यू। नमस्ते दोस्तों, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ोन कॉल्स आ रहे हैं, मीडिया के भी और मेरे शुभचिंतकों के भी। सबसे पहले तो आई एम सेफ, आई एम परफेक्टली फाइन। आज चंडीगढ़ एयरपोर्ट पे जो हादसा हुआ वो सिक्योरिटी चेक के साथ में हुआ। वहां पे मैं सिक्योरिटी चेक करके जैसे ही निकली तो दूसरे कैबिन में जो महिला थी, जो सुरक्षा कर्मचारी थी CISF की, उन्होंने उनके पास या उनको क्रॉस करने का इंतजार किया और साइड से आकर जो है मुझे मेरे फेस पे हिट किया और गालियां देने लगी। और जब मैंने उनको पूछा कि उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों किया तो उन्होंने कहा कि वो फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट को जो है वो सपोर्ट करती हैं। और आई एम सेफ बट माई कंसर्न इज कि जो आतंकवाद और उग्रवाद पंजाब में बढ़ रहा है, हाउ डू वी हैंडल दैट? थैंक यू।
दिया तो जाएगा मैडम, थोड़ा एक सेकंड है, आपको वेट करना पड़ेगा थोड़ी, कोई बात नहीं, सब इसमें होता रहता है।
That's come in from the female constable here as well. She says that she assaulted and slapped Kangana because her mother was part of the farm protest when Kangana made the statement against the protest. Remember, Kangana made a series of comments, including referring to these protesters as Khalistanis. So it led to quite a bit of controversy even when she made the comment. And now at the Chandigarh airport, when she was there for security, this female CIS of constable reportedly slapped her. Kangana claims that she immediately asked her why she did it, and the female constable responded that it was because of the comment that you made on the farmer protest. Right now, there's an official inquiry that's taking place, a committee that's been set up to look into exactly what happened. But let's put out for you the first version that's come in from the female constable in question.
एक सेकंड है, आपको वेट करना पड़ेगा थोड़ी, कोई बात नहीं, सब इसमें होता रहता है।
मेरी माँ बैठी थी उस टाइम जब इसने बयान दिया था।
दिया तो जाएगा मैडम, थोड़ा एक सेकंड है, आपको वेट करना पड़ेगा थोड़ी, कोई बात नहीं।
Okay, let's bring in Amit Bharadwaj also on this broadcast. Aman, now version coming out from Kangana Ranaut. She says she was slapped because of comments that she had made on the farmer protest. The CIS of Constable's version is also with us here on India Today. She's confirmed that yes, the reason she was angry with Kangana is because of the comments she's made on the farmers' protest. We understand there's now going to be a formal inquiry into what happened.
Well, exactly, because you can see right behind me is the airport of Chandigarh, and you can see CISF guys with all officials moving around and checking with the security. They have taken Kulvinder Kaur right into the detention. She's been asked what's the reason that she argued with Kangana and slapped her. And it's not for the first time that Kangana has been targeted for the farmers. If you remember in 2020 also, when she tweeted against farmers and for the farmer agitation, particularly Punjab. So she been into controversy with Diljit Dosanjh, who's a singer, and she been into her vehicles were stopped at Kiratpur Sahib in Punjab for the same controversy, for the remarks that she made. So that stays in the emotions or in the mind of the people that were connected with the farmer agitation or the farmer protest, and that reflected here. Kulvinder Kaur, who's CISF constable, she remembered and she claimed that her mother was into farmer agitation when Kangana made statements that it's a paid agitation and farmers that or the female farmers that taking part in agitation are being paid day-wise. So that were the remarks that made her slapped Kangana, and this is right the place from where Kangana checked in at 3:30 p.m. for the Vistara flight, UK 707 for Delhi. She has a parliamentary meeting at Delhi, after which she been at SHA.
So she's right now in Delhi. There are multiple videos that have emerged of the aftermath of that incident that took place at the Chandigarh airport. We'll track the latest. For the moment, thanks very much, Aman, for joining us. Cutting across to more breaking news coming in. And on your screens now, we'll put up the first images coming in from the Rashtrapati Bhavan of the grand preparations that are underway for the swearing-in ceremony of Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister for a third time, which will happen on Sunday, on June 9th. It's going to be happening at 6 p.m. in the evening. You're going to be seeing several foreign dignitaries, the who's who of the country, BJP chief ministers, all in attendance. And you can see on your screens now the first images of, in fact, the preparations. The seating put in place in the corridors of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Several tents also set up there. Right in those corridors between the pillars is where you will see, in fact, Narendra Modi taking oath for a historic third term as Prime Minister. First images that we've accessed here on India Today of the preparations on ground. Just a few days to go, and we will, of course, be seeing that swearing in happen this weekend on Sunday. Narendra Modi will take oath as the Prime Minister of the country for a third term.